A wooden walkway leads to the entrance of Chauvet Cave. The narrow tunnel through which the discoverers crawled has been widened and locked with a massive steel door like a bank vault. Once we pass through this door, it will be locked behind us, so as not to compromise the delicate climate inside. For this, our first exploration into the cave, we are using a tiny, non-professional camera rig. In this first narrow holding room, we are fitted with sterile boots and given safety instructions.
Vous avez ici. We have this. Okay. Once you've set this on the road, you don't touch it.
Jean-Claude was the first scientist to inspect the cave a few days after its discovery. For 5 years until his retirement, he served as head of the scientific team. Our guide leads us down a first sloping tunnel, which ends in a vertical drop to the cave floor. Since our film crew has been limited to a maximum of 4, we must all perform technical tasks. In addition, our time in the cave has been severely restricted. And I will take one light as well. So it's 3:05. We have 1 hour. Apart from time constrictions, we are not allowed to touch anything in the cave or ever step off the 2-foot wide walkway. We can use only 3 flat, cold light panels powered by battery belts.
You see how when they made the passageways, they protected the stalagmites. It's a nice touch.
Inevitably, moving along in single file, the film crew will have no hiding places to get out of the shot. The first large chamber we come to is the original entrance to the cave. In prehistoric times, before the rock slide, daylight must have illuminated this.
So on the left, when we arrived inside the cave, you could see the entrance, and that was the archaeological entrance. People came into the cave level, not like us down a ladder. And then the cliff collapsed, and then we've got the rubble from the cliff. From outside, you cannot see it. From inside, you can. Over there, you've got the dots, the red dots. Those are the red dots which I saw first when I came into the cave. Big dots made with the palm of the hand. Well, here we have a big cave bear skull, right? Male, probably. And you'll see many others. You see, in this big chamber, which is really huge, it's the biggest in the cave, there are no paintings, except right at the end. So this is probably relevant because when the entrance was still open, there must have been some light here. So they put the paintings really in the complete dark. You see, here. This is a cave bear painted in black.
The paintings looked so fresh that there were initial doubts about their authenticity. But this picture has a layer of calcite and concretions over it that take thousands of years to grow. This was the first proof that it was not a forgery.
A beautiful horse here, one of the most beautiful in the cave. And what is touching is that it looks as if it had been done yesterday. Look how fresh it looks with that technique. And here we have, behind the horse, there are two mammoths, big mammoths. And here you can see cave bear scratches. And the cave bear scratches are not the same color. They look like they might have been made 5,000, 10,000 earlier. We are coming here to one of the great spots in the cave, which is the famous panel of the horses. It is one of the size of a small recess, and this small hole there is where water comes out gurgling after there's been something like a week of rain, and that probably explains why all those animals were painted around that hole. It's one of the great works of art in the world.
For these Paleolithic painters, the play of light and shadows from their torches could possibly have looked something like this. For them, the animals perhaps appeared moving, living. We should note that the artist painted this bison with 8 legs, suggesting movement, almost a form of proto-cinema. The walls themselves are not flat, but have their own 3-dimensional dynamic, their own movement, which was utilized by the artists. In the upper left corner, another multi-legged animal. And the rhino to the right seems also to have the illusion of movement, like frames in an animated film.